Tschüss. Ja, jetzt fragt er sich heraus, wie er wohnt auf die Insel.
Switzerland. Tervetuloa Sveitsin joukkueen. Please welcome Team Kazakhstan. Tervetuloa Kazakhstan.
Switzerland looking to run its record of 3-0 at this World Championship, taking on winless Kazakhstan on day 5. Swiss Open wins over Italy and Denmark. Kazakhstan beaten by Denmark and France. Referees for this game tonight: Roy Hansen from Norway, Peter Stano from Slovakia, the lines with Daniel Beresford from Great Britain, and Davis Zundi from Latvia. Patrick Fischer behind the bench for the Swiss, 45-year-old in his 7th year as the coach of their national team. His number 21 is retired by EV Zub in the Swiss league. And for Kazakhstan, 53-year-old Yuri Mihalis, who also coaches Beres Nursultan, the Kazakh-based team in the KHL. Last year his team won 4 games, but this year looking for its first victory against a tough opponent. There's his son, Nikita Mihalis. You talked about him, Mike. 3 goals in 7 games last year. In 2019, Kazakhstan earned promotion from Division 1A. Mihalis led the way with 4 goals in 5 games played. Nico Hischier wears the captaincy here for Switzerland, as he does for the New Jersey Devils. The last time these teams faced each other in 2016, Reto Berra was the losing goaltender in a shootout, so they go to Sandro Eichelmann, the 27-year-old who led the Swiss league in goals against average, save percentage, and shutouts this year for HC Davos. And for Kazakhstan, Andrei Shutov, 0-2, was pulled in their opening game loss against Denmark in the second period. 1 game played in the KHL this year, the rest played in the Kazakh league. So the Swiss will be heavy favorites heading for a showdown with Slovakia tomorrow night.
So hi guys, enjoyed the game?
Nice cheery greeting from the official.
I want to enjoy the game, why not?
And right away, an icing call against Kazakhstan.
Oh, Switzerland using all 3 goalies for 3 games. Reto Berra played the first game, Giannoni played the second game, and Eichelmann playing the 3rd game here. So does he want to get everyone to start, or is he just trying to spread it around? I'm not quite sure. They got probably going to set in.
This is Eichelmann's
designated starter at some point.
This is Eichelmann's national team debut. He went to the Olympics but did not play.
I mean, I like the idea of getting everyone into a game if you can. You must think that this game is gettable enough with anybody in net.
Svedberg, lead pass for Dmitry Shevchenko, goes rink wide for Danaya. And Danaya plays it back down to the Swiss zone. Eichelmann plays it back right in the stick of the Kazakh forechecker, Shestakov.
Oh, now. Almost fell down on the way back into the net as well. And there would be some nerves. First time playing a game for the national team. Despite the gaudy numbers at Davos, 942. That is.
Well, he led that league, as we mentioned, in save percentage. That's a league that's historically had good goaltending. It was knocked down by Janis Moser of the Arizona Coyotes. Out to center ice, knocked down by Orehov. Panyakov looks ahead for Mihalis, got that wide of the goal. Some jump for Kazakhstan in the early going. We mentioned this was a competitive team last year. As Malgin works in, Dennis Malgin in, shoots at the goal post. Bring it right off the pipe. Panyakov plays it back out. Simeon for Malgin, winding through the offensive zone. Dennis Malgin. Pivots back. Now played back and a hard shot by Geiser.
Tipped by
And that
Simeon.
was deflected, and a good stop made there by Shuta.
Mulligan has been flying around all tournament long. He creates one chance, the next zone entry. There's a beautiful shot for the tip back against the grain by Simeon. And Shuta has to close it in. This is very much like the goal that Mulligan opened the tournament with. Off the rush, and rings it clean off the short side post. He is quick, and he's feeling good about his game right now because he's got the puck on his stick an awful lot.
Came back to Europe, played for Zurich in the Swiss League this year. They lost the championship series to EV Zug in 7 games. Blew a 3-0 series lead in that championship series.
More than a point a game, though, for the year for Mulligan, which is pretty good in the Swiss League.
Herzog pivots back. Fabrice Herzog. Back at the point to Glauser. That skipped over the stick of Andrea Glauser. And he plays it back ahead. Enzo Corvi.
Corby looks like he's got his skates not tied up quite tight enough. He's got those limber, flexible ankles. He's such a good turner on his edges.
Chopped down by Christoph Berchi. Now Asetov brings it back for Kazakhstan. Winds it across the line. Petuhov did a good job to stay onside. And Asetov plays it back in. And Petuhov, a quick shot that goes high and wide. And now a long shot taken there by Deniar. And the pass is picked off by Damian Riyad, who draws into the lineup along with Marco Miranda, 2 late additions for the Swiss to their roster. They've still got open spots. They've been here all week.
Chervet and Thorkov not playing. Both of whom have been pretty good, so probably banged up a little bit. And I imagine Switzerland was hoping for Romagnosi, who said no. Kevin Fiala, perhaps.
Now a chance for Hischier, plays it back in front. Siegenthaler, a shot that's blocked. Philip Kurashev of the Chicago Blackhawks pokes at it. And a monster upset today earlier. Austria beat the Czech Republic 2-1 in a shootout. Austria's first ever victory against the Czech Republic at the World Championship.
So if you ever need to be plugged in before you play a game like Switzerland against Kazakhstan, you think you got this one in the bag, well, just watch the afternoon results of Austria beating the Czechia. And
you got me. Czechia, yeah.
And it should get your attention. And again, upsets are not good for Czechia, but they're good for the tournament. They're good for Austria, who was invited late to the tournament after Russia and Belarus were disqualified. And they are not going anywhere after this performance. They lost in a shootout lost in overtime to
United States. But their first win over Czechia in a matchup that goes back to 1931. Simeon plays it back across for Michael Fora. We saw earlier today Italy give Denmark a scare. Even though it was 1-1 into the 3rd period. And Denmark won a nail biter 2-1. Andreas Ambul pivots back. That long shot knocked away. Ambul playing his 118th World Championship game, 1 shy of the record held by Udo Kiesling of Germany. So he'll tie that record in their next game against Slovakia tomorrow and then break it against Canada on Saturday.
That will likely be the game for the top spot in the group.
Right.
Canada, Swiss on Saturday. Both countries undefeated so far.
Panyukov plays that back out, and both teams will change. Last year, Kazakhstan had regulation wins over Germany and Norway, beat Finland and Latvia in shootouts, tied for the 4th spot in their group, but lost to Canada. That was the tiebreak, and Kazakhstan didn't make the medal round. That point shot by Christian Marty was blocked by Shuta. Sagadeev chips it back out. And Victor Sedberg back to pick it up.
Kazakhstan still missing one of their stalwarts on defense. There in Dietz, a Canadian who plays for Barris, plays a massive role for Kazakhstan when he's in the lineup.
Yeah, he got hurt this year in the KHL playoffs. His team actually won the championship, but he got hurt late. CSKA Moscow won the Gagarin Cup, but he remains on the limp. And you mentioned that's for a country like Kazakhstan to lose a key player.
Yeah, they don't have anyone else who could do what he does for 25 to 30 minutes a game.
Patuha plays that back to Jesse Blacker with a shot. And the Toronto native put that wide. Now Hischier threads that pass ahead. In comes Timo Meier, throws it back in front, just on the reach of Kurashev. Siegenthaler back across to Dean Kuka and walks it and shoots. Shutov save, and the rebound squirted away from Kurashev. Gurkov had it taken away, and Kurashev flips it back.
Patience will be key for Switzerland. They have the puck a lot.
That lead pass just missed Meier. Now Meier drops it back, and it missed Malgin off the bench. Winding back in is Janusz Moser, and that shot by Simeon was blocked. Simeon gets it back, but he's bumped off the puck by Metalnikov. Bekateev banks it back up for Kazakhstan, and Simeon knocks it back. Away comes Malgin. Malgin winds his way in. Falls back in the corner. And Pia Suter banks it back for Malgin.
Accidentally, I think. Not giving credit for that angle just yet in the game.
Bekateev trying to play it in, but it's knocked down by Malgin. Quickly back the other way. And Malgin taps that in deep as he needs a change.
Kazakhstan better tighten up their changes. They just sprung Meier in behind them on a bad one, almost again.
Now Svedberg stripped the puck, but the play's offside at the Kazakh line. 12:05 to go in the first period, still no score. Day 5 of the World Hockey Championship has Switzerland taking on Kazakhstan in Tampere. Sweden versus Great Britain. Sweden will play Finland tomorrow night in Tampere. What is sure to be a raucous atmosphere there.
That would be a fun one to go watch.
Funny, all of Finland's 4 toughest games feature an opponent that played the day before.
That's a peculiar coincidence.
Falk works in. Not illegal.
No.
The home team is allowed to set the schedule within some limits. Orehov shoots. That was blocked in front. As Dominic Egley stepped in front of that. Egley in with Ambuel, but the play's offside at the Kazakh line.
It's not like Finland needs a whole bunch of help anyways. They are very strong and organized.
And look at Heiskanen from Dallas, which will make them even better.
Well, the last couple of days, some of that news has trickled in as the first round is wrapped up for the Stanley Cup playoff. And Heiskanen coming over to Finland. Pasternak confirmed for Czechia. Maybe David Kamp from Toronto as well. Michael Kempny for Czechia as well has come over. So everyone's adding where they can.
22 skaters, 3 goaltenders are the roster limit here.
Germany's looking at some minor league players, perhaps.
JJ Peterka, Lucas Reichel. Lead pass to Riyad. Chips it back across to Miranda walking in. Marco Miranda centers it. That's taken away by Sagadeyev. The bulk of these Kazakh players play for Baris Nursultan in the KHL. That's the name of the city they live in, which was built from scratch basically 20 years ago.
From all reports, a beautiful place.
Spectacular. Sagadeyev turns it over to Kurashev. And Kurashev pokes up with long reach of Svedberg.
If they built any buildings that were to look old. Just, to mix it up.
Lead pass for a set-off, bounced just away from him. And the other way comes Switzerland. The pass for Hischier skipped off his stick. Hischier, former winner of the Quebec League Rookie of the Year award, had that skip off his stick and go up and out of play. First overall pick.
Yeah, so well respected. Such a young man. As you mentioned, captain of the Devils, captain here of the national team, and there are other. And Andreas Hambuhl is coming up on 40. Yeah. And you think, that would be a guy that makes a lot of sense, but from his demeanor to his game, he's a guy that his teammates want to follow.
Meyer, lead pass for Kurashev. Drops that back to Moser. Meyer swings it back, but it missed Kurashev, and now retreating is Michael Fora. Out to center ice, here's Hischier. Slides it ahead to Kurashev, in with Meyer. Kurashev, Meyer in, shoots, and Chutov made a glove save. What a stop by the Kazakh netminder. 9:59 to go here in the first, still no score.
Sounds good, fans. Sounds good. Give yourselves a huge applause.
Moments after, Switzerland had a great chance turned away by Andrei Chutov. Face off in the Kazakh zone. Suter wins that face-off back. Simeon. Back down to Malgin. Dennis Malgin throws it towards the goal. Simeon was knocked down and sent down the ice by Svedberg. Tobias Geiser goes back and banks it in for Simeon. To Malgin. Up ahead for Suter. Now Colson sends it back out. Glauser. Up ahead for Simeon. Daryl Simeon played for EV Zug, the team that overcame that 3-0 series deficit, become the first team in the history of the Swiss League to come back and win a series after being down 3-0.
I think that's happening more around the hockey world. It didn't happen forever in the NHL. And
right.
It's happened several times in the last 10, 15 years. Never happened before in the Swiss playoffs.
Yeah. LA did it in San Jose.
Philly did it to Boston.
Before that was just the Islanders, I think, and part of that, and Toronto.
And Toronto in 42.
Yeah. Fabrice Herzog works in. Laid back in by Marty. Swiss have silver medals in 2013 and 2018 in this tournament. They've shown better results. They finished 6th last year. That was a disappointment for them. They had a good team here. They lost their quarterfinal shootout to Germany. A centering pass knocked away. Here's Egley back with it. But these are not your father's Swiss players. This is an aggressive, fast team. They were famous for sitting back for years, relying on good goaltending. Marty plays it back in.
And I think that's part of the progression, as you can tell which countries are taking strides, is when they can drop the passive defensive strategy because they believe they have enough good players to attack. Germany's in the same sort of transitionary period.
Riyad winds in. Got a couple of years for Notre Dame and Wilcox, Saskatchewan. Damien Riyad. Drafted by Washington in the 4th round in 2016. Berchi spins back. Patrick Berchi in the corner for Miranda. If he gets a penalty, they tell him he has the right to remain silent on his way to the penalty box.
Gotta give him his Miranda rights.
Here's Miranda, tries to spin it back in front.
Not too many episodes of Law and Order for you in the hotel.
Miranda walks in, slides that back down to Kukan. Siegenthaler. That goes off a skate. This is more of how Kazakhstan played last year.
Yeah.
Kept games close, didn't give up a lot, had their chances. Sakatev screwed himself into a corner there. Meyer plays it back. And now it's poked ahead and a chance now for Asatov. Works in, drops it back for the trailer, but Gurkov couldn't handle that pass. Now Gurkov back on it. Asatov shoots, and the glove save made by Sandro Eichelman.
Timo Meyer, one of the stars for Switzerland. He had a great chance earlier. You said a good save. This is better than good. Khrushchev slows it across and oh my goodness. Shutov shutting the door. Gets the blocker up high. Meyer released it quick, released it heavy and high. Shutov able to take it away, which he will have to do for Kazakhstan to stay in a game. He's going to have a handful of great saves.
Jesse Blacker has that shot blocked. Shutov played only one game last year.
That's a high stick.
Falk knocked it down
stick.
and shoots, ripped it high and wide. The Swiss are arguing about that.
They should. 10 feet in the air when he hit that thing down.
Shutov played once last year. It was against Canada. There's a wraparound try from Mihailov, and Mihailov's turned away by Eichelman. So we'll see in Kazakhstan's next game against Canada. They go back to Shutov, who allowed 3 goals on 35 shots in a 4-2 loss to Canada.
I think they probably will, as Eichelman is having some words for the officials. Here's the first play off the face. You tell me if this is a high stick or not. Yeah, it's above his head. It's tough to be perfect. We expect the referees to be every game.
Mike
Same way I
Johnson.
expect you to be every game, Gord, and you never disappoint.
Mike Johnson, AAL, also a linesman. Pia Suter works in, shoots. That's off a stick and high. Now Mulligan back on it. Dennis Mulligan.
I'm more of a ref than a linesman, to be fair.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Now Marty is shot. That's blocked. Bounces back in the corner to Egley. Suter centers it. Marty can't reach it. Almost a chance for an odd man rush. And a lead pass now rushing in is a Colson. In comes a Colson. He couldn't find the handle on it. Now a backhand shot taken there by Shevchenko. Turned away by Eichelman.
A couple quick breaks. There it is, Kazakhstan. The counterattack. Switzerland gets a little bit impatient. Puck management, activate, and Kazakhstan hoping to capitalize on one of those 4 or 5 good chances they'll get.
Ambul. In with Corby. The drop for the trailer. Herzog was poke checked. Inside 5 to go in the first period. Andres Ambul. Down to Enzo Corby. Corby snaps that pass back, and that shot by Kukan is gloved by Shutov. 4:41 to go in the first period. No score between Switzerland and Kazakhstan.
It's time for referee dance, and we have 2 perfect referee dancers over here from Switzerland. Keep supporting them by clapping your hands and, of course, dancing along with them.
Back in the ice hall in Helsinki. Day 5 of the World Hockey Championship. Switzerland scoreless with Kazakhstan. Sweden's got a 3-0 lead on Great Britain in the early going in Tampere.
Stretching it out quickly on Great Britain, who's hung around most games as well.
Now a 4-0 lead for the Swedes. Hischier plays it back to Siegenthaler. Jonas Siegenthaler lays that down to Kurashev for Kukan to Meyer. Timo Meyer to Kukan. That's off the stick of Savitsky, up and out of play. Cyril Savitsky scored the only goal for Kazakhstan in that loss to Denmark. They fell behind 3-0 less than 5 minutes in.
That was a tough day.
Denmark had the lead 9-0 with under 2 to go.
And you said Sebastian Damm was going to get a shutout.
No, you said shutout.
And then they went on the power play.
Yeah, so you've got the game, right? Done.
Locked up.
Savitsky scores short-handed to take away the shutout.
Oh, because you went with a shutout jinx mid-broadcast.
Michael, tell the truth.
Somebody went with a shutout jinx mid-broadcast.
Good thing there's no such thing as jinx. Or are there? Svedberg, lead pass at center ice, misfired. Trying to find Petuhov, and that's icing against Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan won promotion in 2019, and of course there was no 2020 tournament. They played last year, there was no relegation. They would not have been relegated anyway. Had a pretty good tournament. They've been relegated in their 5 previous appearances prior to last year. Kazakhstan's appeared in the Olympics twice in 1998 and 2006. Simeon with it. Back for Fora with a shot that deflected wide. Shutov was trying to find the loose puck. Benar plays it around for Sagadeyev. Starchenko couldn't reach it. It's kept alive by Martin.
That's a long poke check to drag around with Svedberg. 6'8". Comes out at you.
They're trying to skate around a canoe.
Well, the challenge of you have to start your move so far away and you have to finish it so far away. Like the circumference of checking is so big. It's a challenge. And a Chara special.
Berkov, look out. That went right over the head of Asetov.
Take to face. Tough pass to handle.
Ambul works that wide of the goal. Now Corby steps up. Andres Ambul back at the point. Glauser. Long shot by Geiser. Bounded off the end boards and almost get back in front. Here's Corby on it. Enzo Corby. Played back in. Herzog looking for it. Herzog walks out. Was poke checked there by Asetov. There's yet to be a penalty call in this game. Asetov kicks at it, kept alive by Ambul. Andres Ambul was poke checked by Gurkov, and the puck is back to the Swiss zone, rather.
Like Kazakhstan defending so much, they've done a pretty good job not getting themselves in spots where they would have to take a penalty. Good body position, good stick position.
Kurashev and then skip away. Shevchenko plays it back out. And icing called against the Swiss with 2:22 to go here in the first period.
Christian Marty, that little run here, hasn't played very much so far. He played for Zurich in that final you were talking about. That's unsuccessful 3-0 lead. Also 1 year in Lanesville in the Quebec League. A lot of Swiss players come over and choose the Quebec League.
That long shot taken by Blacker is stopped by Eichelman. Well, Kurashev was dynamite for 3 years in the Quebec League. Hischier played for Halifax 1 year in the Quebec League.
Why do you think they would be drawn to the Quebec League over the other league? Proximity to Europe? Is it?
There might be that. It's a more offensive league.
Offensive.
Yeah. More open to
their style of play.
Yeah. It's also Halifax, Quebec City. Falling in the corner was Penyukov.
And you might want to blow the whistle down if he's not getting up. Hands on his face.
Strange that plays allowed to continue. The Kazakhs are yelling at the officials. And now finally they will call play as Penyukov just now gets to his feet.
He was down in a heap for a while. as though he got a high stick in the face.
Which he did.
Because he did get a high stick in the face, right across the grill. And the referees are getting together to talk this out. Now, this should be a penalty.
Yeah.
No question.
Now, right over their heads is the scoreboard, and they just showed it. So I wonder if any of those officials sneaks a peek.
Took a peek up. And
nope.
I don't see any signal by the officials that they're going to do anything here. Siegenthaler right across the face. And you can almost tell by the body reaction of Siegenthaler. After if you're not sure what happens there, when 97 just stands upright as like, oh, darn it, that's a pretty good indication that he did something wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Had he not hit him with a high stick, he probably would have dug in and tried to get the puck out of the body, but because he knew he hit him in the lip, he kind of reacted accordingly.
So do you think there should be a VAR type setup? Do you think there should be video assisted refereeing where a referee watching replays could say, hey, that's a high stick, we're calling it?
Yeah, for certain calls, not for hooking, not for holding. A high stick is a high stick. Did you get hit in the face with your stick?
So yes or no?
For calls that are yes or no, puck over the glass, high stick, high stick by your own team, those kind of things.
But what they haven't done yet is go to video review to call a penalty.
Well, they should though, because not just determine if that was a penalty after it's been called, but for penalties that are absolute. Yeah, I got no problem with that. As long as you can do it quickly.
So then you get into the whole discussion about what happens if you see a hold or a hook.
Those are not absolute though.
Right.
So I'm not giving description on a rough, on a hook, on a hold. Only things that are, it clearly hit him in the face or it clearly did not. Because if you put a VAR in charge of slashing, look out.
Be here all night. Corby works it. Corby a shot, shoots out the save. Corby back on it. Long point shot taken by Klauser, goes wide. Final minute of the first period. Corby picks it out. Banks it back across. Was at 2 close games earlier. And now Ambul shoots. That's blocked. Shevchenko slips it back down to the Swiss zone. Take a hard bump there from Corby. Shestakov. That puck skipped away from Orehov and almost off the races was Herzog for Ambul. Andres Ambul. Trying to get around Svedberg again, no luck there. Time winding down here in the first period. Kazakhstan won the last meeting in 2016 in the shootout. And through 20 minutes, these two teams are tied at 0. So Kazakhstan achieved 1 goal, shortened the game a little bit.
Shortened down to 40 minutes. Yes, Kazakhstan did not generate a lot, just 3 shots, but they only gave up 8. One great chance to Timo Meier, but other than that, a successful opening frame for Kazakhstan.
You're watching the 2022 World Hockey Championship. Our first intermission is coming up.
The score between Team Sweden and Team Great Britain in first period 4-0.
Hi guys, good game. Good game.
Okay, let's go from the start, okay? 1, 2, 3, team!
So hi guys, enjoy the game.
Oh, you okay? Good, let's go.
Up, 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 outside, outside, outside the crease, outside the crease. Easy, easy, good, good, good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, stop. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go, up, down cross, stick down, let's go. Stop, stop, stop it. Good.
Sticks down! On the ice!
Sandra Eichelman faces 3 shots in that opening period. This year at the other end was Andrei Shutov, who faced 8, including 1 point-blank chance he took away from Timo Meier. And so the teams begin this second period the way they've played the entire game so far, 5-on-5.
There were a couple of missed calls that maybe should have not been the case, but 5-on-5 hockey favors Kazakhstan. They don't want to get in a special teams battle. Switzerland's very good on the power play. Switzerland's very good on the penalty kill. Kazakhstan, not so much.
5-0. Sweden leads Great Britain in Tampere. Siegenthaler for Dennis Malgin. That pass is picked off by Shevchenko, who ships it back in for Kazakhstan. Suter knocks it down. You try to pry the game open when you're the favorite. And they just try to string it out.
Suffocate it. So there's nothing going on. Patience, and then just Switzerland has to make the most of their opportunities. When Timo Meier gets a backdoor pass, they could find a way to try to get that one over the goal line, make Kazakhstan chase the game a little bit.
Siegenthaler up for Hischier. And now Volk back with it. Pass knocked down by Kurashev. And here comes Meier with it. Timo Meier takes the return pass from Hischier. Lays it back around. Stepping up that long shot by Fora. Kicked out by Shutov. Mihalis had his pocket picked by Kurashev. Hischier banks it back. And Fora plays it back around for Meier. Meier hit the 30-goal mark for the 2nd time this year with San Jose. 35 is a career high.
Tomas Hertl, they both had great years. Meier's got 1 more year on a deal that is a rising 3-year deal.
So
where he makes $10 million in salary next year.
So that means that to qualify him, you've got to come with an
85% of that number.
Now for the point, that shot was blocked by Glauser. Rebound put wide by Herzog. So now Shutov's doing enough of that, and he'll hang
on. On an $8.5 million qualifier. Can take that. Sign a long-term deal, or just make $8.5 and then go to unrestricted free agency after next year. It's a good spot to be in for Timo Meier. Now you got to bet on yourself. You got to play well and earn it. But
you got to score 35 in the NHL to get there,
and
too.
You got to get 35 and 80 points and be a power forward, and he is that.
There's Anders Ambuhl, we mentioned. Next game for him will tie Udo Kiesling of Germany. He's already set the record for most World Championship tournaments. He's 17th as Herzog gets that shot away.
Head save by Shutov?
I think so.
Flick it over the net.
Corby walks out. He's poke checked. Ambuhl back on it. Ambuhl is not just a symbolic player for Switzerland, still an important player in their team. He's a drop pass now, and Sagadayev put that high and wide. Ambuhl's a 4-time winner of the Swiss League MVP award. Herzog jumps in across the line, and Herzog is poke checked. Now whipped across. Egli in shoots. That was blocked. That took a bite of the man who blocked it, Bakateev.
Up near his shoulder. Hopefully
shoulder,
not his neck.
Yeah.
Egli leaned on that, and it's a stinger. A little tap on the back from Egli.
Bakateev skates away from the athletic therapist.
Skates to the dressing room. He's gonna hang around, good.
Let's see where that hit him.
He's going down, and back of the shoulder. Up top near the trap there. Is that uncomfortable? Sliding like that, you'd be surprised to hear that. I did not enjoy doing that.
There's Sagadaev's chance that just missed. Batted down by Marty, but then Marty straightens up Petuhov. Asetov in the corner with it. Egley got a stick on him. Well, we saw Italy score a power play goal to tie their game against Denmark. There hasn't been a power play yet in the game.
That's what the underdogs are waiting on. Shorten the game, look for a break, be opportunistic if you get one. But this is not just Switzerland that has tough games against a team they think they should beat. We saw Canada trail to Italy.
Yeah.
Ended up winning. We've seen Austria just beat Czechia.
Yeah, we saw Norway go to overtime against the United States.
So these things happen in this tournament. As a long couple weeks, and there's always 1 or 2 games during the round robin that don't go the way you think.
Norway and Great Britain went to a shootout.
U.S. beat Austria in overtime. That was a closer one than you would have anticipated.
Colson plays that back across. Denier back up the center ice. And in comes Malgin pivoting back. Siegenthaler shoots. That was tipped in front. Khrushchev rebound score. Malgin strikes again. And Switzerland takes the lead.
Malgin is just on the puck. He is skating so well off of it that he finds it on his stick all game long. Already his 3rd of the tournament. And watch his Edward here. He slams on the break and he loses Denier because he stops so quickly. Then he beats it back to the front of the net and takes the care of. Quick hands, toughing it in at a tight angle. No chance for Shutov. But it's the work beforehand by Malgin in the corner that allows him to cash the first one for Switzerland. As his tournament has been fantastic so far.
Yeah.
3 goals, 6 points. Halfway through the 3rd game.
Scored in all 3 games so far. And now Hischier works his way in. Here comes Nico Hischier, drops it back to Khrushchev, back to Hischier.
That's the 3rd time in this game at least.
Meyer with a chance now.
Khrushchev is overpassed. I think he feels the pressure playing with the 2 stars in Hischier and Meyer. And he's trying to make sure he feeds them. He should not. Shoot the puck.
Now Meyer knocks it down. Moser reaches for it, can't get a shot away. And Meyer knocks it down at center ice. Got his pocket picked by Falk, and now Moser back to Meyer. Janis Moser winds it across the line and shoots. It ramps off a stick. Up and out, just under 5 minutes into the 2nd period.
Malgin, probably greatest asset is his feet and his shot. Using both to create the turnover point opportunity. Don't skate by the goal line past the net. Keep your stick available just in case. One wants to fall right in your lap. Maybe this will free Switzerland up a little bit to up the tempo if they can.
Well, you haven't had chances. You had the great save on Meyer in the 1st period. Hit a post early on in the period as well. Karchenko, look out.
That's a penalty.
That's a penalty on Switzerland. And so Kazakhstan will get a power play 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the 2nd period.
We talked about this, the danger of the pucks that are in the air and swinging at them, because it's natural instinct. You want to swat it out of the way, but it's so hard to control out of midair how high it's going to go. And it's absolutely the correct call. Lauser doesn't like it, but he's in the box for delay a game. And Kazakhstan, who still is on 3 shots for the game, heads to the power play, trying to even things up.
0 for 4 in the tournament so far. With largely the same lineup that they had last year. 20 players back from last year.
No Dietz.
No Darren Dietz, the point shot.
and the quarterback and the zone entries and everything else. He is.
Look
out, dirty bouncer.
Long skip for a shoe top.
Well, you got to take that thing and short hop it. Don't let it take the camera in front of you.
Ball works it back to Shevchenko. Mihalis trying to drop that back. It's picked off and brought back the other way by Berchi. He's got Hischier with him. Berchi in across the line, shoots, and Shuton punches that away. Mihalis gains the Swiss line, plays it back across to Volk. The Medicine Hat native got bumped down hard by Siegenthaler. Here they come short-handed again. Pia Suter. Malgin in front, shoots, and Shuton makes the stop short-handed.
You can tell Malgin had the step, right? He's gonna get there eventually.
Now a chance back in front between the legs goes Malgin, and Shuton makes the stop. Hello.
That's how we do it. Somebody's feeling good. And he, with a smile, heading back to the bench. That is great stuff from Denis Malgin. You can tell right here, he's gone. No one's gonna be able to skate with it. That's a good pass to get through to him. He never quite gets it flat when he looks to shoot it. That was nice. This one would have been better. And sometimes, like, you think you know where you're going with it. He wants to try to go under the bar, but he muffed the shot. But it's also then hard for the goaltender, because if you don't know where it's going, hard for them to read where it's going.
Inside a minute to go in this Kazakh power play. Switzerland's had two good short-handed looks so far. Now they fire it down the ice. Svedberg. Up ahead to Shestakov. Fora banks it back.
Oh, he had a 2-on-1 if he would have made a pass. And Buell and Herzog would have been gone.
Blacker pokes it ahead. Now Shestakov works in, and the pass in the feet. And Colson couldn't find it. At the point, Svedberg can't hold it. 10 seconds to go in the Kazakh power play. Now a lead pass to Hischier. Nico Hischier tees it up and shoots. Shuton save, a long rebound, scooped up by Egley. Puts that through the crease. Now the long lead feed finds Patuha working in. It comes a quick chance for a set-top turned away. Now Hischier back, shoots, and Shuton makes the stop on that. Chances at both ends, but Switzerland a 1-0 lead with 12:19 to go in the second. Andres Ambuel, the 38-year-old. 21 goals in 117 games at the World Championship.
Still plays in every situation. He's out there on the penalty kill.
And now Kukan, a long shot, pad save made. He's played in every game these two countries have ever played against each other at the World Championship. This is their 5th meeting all time. Kukan, rink wide feed to Ambuel. Looks ahead to Corby walking in. He was poke checked there by a Colson. Ambuel drops that back, and quick shot by Kukan, rebound, and Hischier slipped that wide.
Hischier's had some seriously good looks in the second period.
force 3 by Herzog. A little backhand shot. Shutov turned that away. And Switzerland really applying the pressure now since getting the first goal. Siegenthaler sends that ahead. Kurashev. Drops it back to Siegenthaler. Moser. Up for Kurashev, and that's frozen by Shutov.
Chances plentiful for Switzerland. As the good defensive zone coverage is having some breakdowns. Svedberg swimming and Herzog trying to get upstairs. Can't get it short side tight enough. And there's a one-timer that sits there for Hischier, and the rebound was a great look. Shutov pretty athletic to get up that quickly. A lot of times you think once he sprawls on the first save, he's likely going to be down for the rebound, but Shutov was able to get back upright for Hischier.
Here's Pia Suter with it. The Detroit Red Wing takes that long shot. It goes high. Played last year for Chicago. Now for a long shot, and Shutov fought that up and knocked it away. Shots 13-1 here. Switzerland in the second period. Overall 21-4. But it remains a 1-0 game. That shot by Borrego. Loose in front. A good chance there for Panyukov. Turned away. Now Suter. Back across to Simeon. Picked up by Pia Suter. Flips it back in front. Tapped that wide. Mulligan back on it. This line goes back to where Geiser. Got bottled up there by Volk. Got it up by Metalnikov. And the Hop Swiss chant goes up. Back is Geiser. Rolling puck. Shoots. Tipped wide by Riyad. Here's Berchi on it. He's taken down. And a penalty coming to Jesse Blacker of Kazakhstan. Switzerland up 1, goes to the power play when we come back.
Team Kazakhstan player number 22, line down with the returning.
All you Swiss fans, you have been extremely loud today, but I want to know how loud can you get? I'd like you guys to sing a song and I start and you guys follow. Ale, ale.
.52 to go here in the second period. Switzerland will go to the power play here as Jesse Blacker goes off, or rather Panyukov goes off for the trip.
You can take your pick there. Both had their sticks in there. Either one would work.
Switzerland comes in 3 for 6 on the power play. Kurashev drops it down to Hischier. Hischier, a centering pass for Corby. Bounces back at the point for Kukan. Dean Kukan with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Back down to Hischier. Kukan for Corby. Enzo Corby. Swings that down to Kurashev. He's knocked off the puck. Hischier snaps that pass in front. Tipped by Herzog and a good stop by Shutov. Hischier to Kurashev. Kukan. Hischier walks in, fans on the shot. And now it's sent down the ice by Shestakov.
Kurashev frustrated. He finally chose to shoot that one and swung and missed. Switched up the power plays. Timo Meier was off his usual group with Hischier. Now on with the second unit.
Moser across to Suter. Meier flying ahead. Timo Meier takes that pass. Pivots back and sets it up. Shovels it back in front. Bouncing puck. Got away from Dario Simeon. Moser. Back across to Mulligan. Dennis Mulligan. Moser. Meier. Timo Meier centers it. Bouncing puck goes Back to Simeon for Malgin. Here's Janis Moser with it. Moser walks in and shoots, and the stop made through the traffic by Shutov. 29 seconds to go in the power play.
It's a good decision by Moser. Kazakhstan is very aggressive up high on their penalty kill. They almost have all 4 defenders at the hash marks or higher. So you have 1 or maybe 2 players with net front position. And then Suter all by himself.
Good job.
Throw
Perfect,
one
guys.
down there,
Okay.
shot, tip, and you should have a pretty good swing at it.
Swiss struck for 3 power play goals against Denmark. Here's Moser with it. Takes the return pass. Teed up by Meyer. A hard shot. Shutov the save.
Around the horn is much easier save than through the seam. So winger to defenseman over the next winger. The goalie can track that much easier than just going underneath the defenders.
Malgin winds in. Final second of the power play. Malgin feeds that back. Lauser played it across to Geiser. And moved out by Volk, but that's picked off by Suter. Plays it back in the corner to Meyer. Here's Suter. Now a sharp angle shot by Meyer. Shutov got a piece of that. Here's Geiser. Back at the point. Gauser shoots, and Shutov makes the glove save.
Wants a whistle, dove 4 feet outside the net to grab that one and secure it. 1-0 Switzerland, the only goal by Dennis Malgin. Almost had one early on, 2 minutes in the game. Off the post, was denied there, but not on the rebound. As his hot tournament continues, didn't slow down there, had a breakaway. And then a little time for some razzle-dazzle through the legs. He's doing the work off the puck, which makes him have the puck.
Egley walks in. That shot was blocked. Brought up by Volk. Great to hear the Kazakhs indulge in the great pastime of wheel, 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 like skated up the ice.
Yeah, that means get going.
Now Egley plays it ahead, but that was a late offside.
So why are you blowing the whistle?
For sure.
Who cares if he goes back and attacks? You don't, they can yell at you, it's delayed offside. You don't have to leave the zone. They want you to, but you don't have to.
Right, so now they take the faceoff back down to the Kazakh zone. Patrick Fisher looking for an explanation.
As perplexed as I am. Okay, we'll take the offensive zone faceoff. All right, we like it. Good decision.
Back in front, Volk plays it back ahead. Poked up by Panyukov. And now Corby knocks it down for Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler drops it back for Corby. Centers, and that's tipped wide by Ambule. Fired down by Metalnikov. Siegenthaler. Back for Kukan. Ambule drops it back. And Kukan lifts it back down. A bouncing puck. Shutov off the handle on Herzog.
Oh, he
toward the goal. Blacker saved a goal. Herzog with a chance.
Swatted it right out of the air. It was going over top of the goaltender.
How about that?
That's the second little skipper Shutov's had trouble with. Bailed out by Blacker.
Now Malgin with it. Drops it up to P.S. Suter. His centering pass goes off Blacker back in the corner.
Baseball career paying off nicely for Jesse Blacker. Oh.
Mihalis plays it back to center ice. Starchenko in a battle on the boards, lost it, and Blacker has to retreat to pick it up. Jesse Blacker fires it down. Now Moser lifts it back down. Scooped up and walking right in. A quick chance. Scores! Simeon with a turnover. And Switzerland takes a 2-0 lead.
Good finish by Simeon as he jumps on a turnover. Now, Danyar's in a tough spot here because you got Simeon coming out with all kinds of speed. If he catches it, he probably gets run over. So he tries to paw it forward and kind of drops it down into the chest of Simeon. Skates, settles, and then a nice quick release, low blocker side to get the second goal for Switzerland.
That's his first goal of the senior national team. He's played in one previous World Championship, also played in the Olympics.
That's one you wish in hockey there's a fair catch rule where you can just kind of hang in there and grab it, but with a guy barreling down on you, it's not as easy as it looks.
So moments after Blacker saves a goal for Kazakhstan, Simeon takes advantage of the turnover.
And you understand what Danyar is trying to do there. Here comes the guy right at me. I'm just going to throw it back out to center ice. But he ends up throwing it right into the chest of Simeon. That's a nice finish. The guy scored well this year.
Yeah, played for EV Zug. Again, that team that came back from 3-0 down to win the Swiss League Championship. Off the draw, that's pounded wide by Meyer. There's two members of that Zug team who is, along with goaltender Giannone, on this Swiss roster. Picked out by Geiser. Tobias Geiser skates it out. Back goes Svedberg. And nicely called against Switzerland.
One thing Kazakhstan's got to try to do a little bit better is that when they get a puck in on the forecheck, Switzerland is attacking the dump in with one more body.
Are those inflatable reels of cheese?
That was a donut, but yeah, probably a wheel of cheese would be more appropriate.
I think those are inflatable cheese meals.
I think Kazakhstan's got to engage another guy in their forecheck right away. They're getting outnumbered 2-1, 3-2, and Switzerland's breaking out so cleanly before Kazakhstan can kind of gain control of the puck in the offensive zone.
Kurashev chips that down. Shoot Tom shovels it back across to Shevchenko. Pekateyev played it back around, but that was knocked down. And you called it, Mike. You said the Swiss would probably be energized by that goal. And they've been much more aggressive here since scoring the first one. Moving in is Shestakov. He was poke checked there by Barty.
He got him.
Lead pass.
Just a terrible pass for Timo Meyer. He knew he had to force it. He didn't get it quite right on his stick. 10 feet behind him.
The shots in the period are 20-2. Siegenthaler rigs it off the post, up and out of play. 2-0. Switzerland leads. That's not their real hair.
No?
In case you were wondering.
Hey, heck of a look if it was. A lot of redheads from Switzerland.
2-0 the Swiss lead here. So basically, if the Swiss didn't have a goaltender, the game would be tied.
In this period.
Yeah.
Yes. They're in control.
Yeah. They came in with a good team. We talked to Patrick Fisher before the tournament started. He felt like they had a pretty good lineup. They brought 7 NHL players. They feel like they're ready to make noise best on best. They feel like their goaltending and defense, with a guy like Roman Josi,
Yeah, I mean, they've had some close moments in the Olympics when it is actual best on best.
Yeah.
Certainly they're more than capable at the Worlds, where it's not the absolute best from US, absolute best from Canada.
Right.
That their domestic players, this blended lineup, can compete with anybody in this tournament. And they're going to show that for the rest of this tournament. But they're not quite there.
Well, Canada needed a shootout to beat them in Vancouver.
That's right.
2010, they shut out Canada in 2006, 2-0.
Oh, the 2-0 one, yeah, and that's disastrous 2006 Olympics for Canada. But it would still be a major shock if they were to get an Olympic gold medal. Wouldn't be a shock if they were to win this tournament, though. Not at all.
But what about winning a medal at the Olympics?
He is not stunning. It can happen. Yeah, absolutely.
Moser holds the line, feeds it across. And that shot by Fora, gloved by Shooter.
Well, mustard on that hot dog by Shutov.
Yeah.
That wasn't that hard of a save on Fora, but a little style on it. You're having to see yourself a pretty good evening anyways. That is the 21st shot on net of the second period for Switzerland. And Shutov, at some point, he's going to get a painted mask. He keeps playing like this, I promise him.
An indication that you're kind of...
Well, though, I mean, it's a choice. Yeah, generally, the all-white mask is a indication you're not quite settled in your role in spot on that team.
You're a call up, you're
a backup, you're a temporary kind of guy.
Starchenko up ahead for Sagadeev, couldn't get a shot away. Geiser snaps that pass in for Kurashev, but the play's offside at the Kazakh line.
Timo Meier, I'm sitting up here and I could feel his frustration growing because he's not getting the kind of looks he's expecting. He's not getting the kind of production that he wants. The star players that have very high standards, they get frustrated in a good way. You know, they want to be a difference maker. He wants the puck, he wants to score, he wants to shoot. He's not quite connecting with his line mates in this game.
Glauser plays it ahead for Hischier, moving in with Meier, but he was poke checked there by Blacker. Mihalis moves that down to Shestakov. Now Savitsky on it. And Savitsky fights off Glauser. Mihalis works through behind the goal, flips it back in front. Blacker a chance, that's kicked out by Eichelman. Not sure that would count as a shot, but Oreja put that wide.
Would it have gone in? I don't even know if it would have. I'm not sure if it would have made the goal line.
Now they gave the benefit of the doubt. Bouncing puck in front, that bounced away from Rachmanov. And now Hischier fires it down for Meier. Take that pass off the corner boards. It didn't have to go here in the second period. Ball got bumped there as it goes back down. And Egley swings back to pick it up. Icing called against Kazakhstan.
Curtis Volk. Made of Medicine Hat, Alberta. Played 4 years for Medicine Hat. A couple seasons of more than 90 points in the WHL. He was kind of convinced into coming over to Kazakhstan by Darren Dietz.
Played one game in the NHL for Florida in November of 2017.
He got one, more than most.
Berchi drops it back. Riyad in, shoots, kicked up by Shutov, who's lost his goal stick.
What does Blacker do here? He's got the puck, or did he go for the stick and help his goaltender out?
And now Shutov retrieves his stick. Final minute of the second period. Pulls it. Centers it, and that's tapped wide by Rachmanov. Puck loose in front. Berchi's got it back. Banked back to center ice and fired back in. Egley to Corby. Ambule back for Corby, jumping in, drops it back for Ambule. Swings it back to Corby. Ambuel pokes at it. And it's chopped back to center ice.
Watching Corby and Ambuel snap it around. They both play for Davos. You think a practice drill from two of them?
Herzog drops it back. That pass missed Ambuel as time winds down. Ambuel trying to knock it back in front in a size mismatch with Svedberg. But the Swiss get goals from Malgin and Simeon to break it open here in the second period. A 2-0 lead.
Persistence paying off for Switzerland. Eventually finding a way to get one, to get two, and now they're off and running as Dennis Malgin. Great tournament continues.
You're watching the 2022 World Hockey Championship. Our second intermission is coming up.
Kazakhstan 5, Sveitsi 22. In Tampere, the score between Team Sweden and Great Britain in second period is 5-0. Tampereella tilanneottelussa Ruotsi Iso-Britannia on toisessa erässä 5-0.
Okay? Team on 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3, team. Okay, guys. So, white.
Let's go, let's go! Stop! Hop, hop, hop!
At the net, stay outside. Okay. Good job. Perfect, guys. Okay. No high stake, no, no, no.
Up, 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 up! Good, good! Let's go, let's go! Stack, stack, stack! Hand! Good hit, good hit!
Whoa. Good.
Давай, петушка. Петушара.
Andrei Shutov allowed 2 goals in that second period. He's allowed 2 on 30 shots so far. The shots are 30-8 in favor of Switzerland. The Swiss trying to run their record to 3-0 here. Kazakhstan still looking for its first win after winning 4 times last year at the World Championship. A big difference. Nikita Boyarkin was the goaltender for Kazakhstan last year, who was terrific. He got hurt late in the season at knee surgery. Not available for this tournament.
Although they can't say in a game like today, the problem has been the goaltending.
No.
Shutov has been exceptional.
Got off to a tough start, though. That 9-1 loss to Denmark allowed 3 goals in the first 5 minutes.
that was stunning for everybody watching that one go down.
I think the Danes were stunned by that.
And neither team has looked like that group again. Not Denmark, not Kazakhstan.
Earlier today, Austria beat the Czech Republic in a shootout, their first ever win against the Czechs at the World Championship. Bouncing puck up the side of the goal. Blacker plays it back around. It's knocked down by Kurashev, but picked up by Orehov. Up for Starchenko, the Kazakh captain. Starchenko winds in. Long wrist shot that's tipped up high off the glass. Meyer throws it to center ice for Hischier. Drops it back across. In comes Kurashev on Svedberg.
Pretty nice pivot by the big man.
Yeah.
Kurashev's coming out of his head of steam. He gets his feet tied up at all. He's in trouble, but keeps it clean, uses his reach, and nothing comes of it.
Long pass ahead to Meyer. He shoved down Metalnikov. Now Marty, a long shot goes off a leg. Volk picks it up for Mihalis. Away comes Volk, 2-on-1 with Chichikov. Chichikov sends it back, and it's held high by Mihalis. He had an open net.
Wide open.
Savitsky with a centering pass, and now Metalnikov shoots. It goes off a leg. So a good early chance for Kazakhstan to get back within a goal.
How did he miss that one? Nice passing by Kazakhstan all the way down, and
You almost think it must have hit something.
must have caught a piece of something as defenseman gets caught up ice. Geiser, and it's Volk over and back again. No, he just rolled off the toe of his stick.
Shoot it.
And we talk about strong bottom hand. That's what we're talking about. You gotta be so firm on your bottom hand to make sure that your blade doesn't open up as you contact the puck. His blade just rolls in his hand a little bit and he slithers it wide. That hurts. That hurts.
Volk wins the face-off back to IIHF. Shoots again, hit Volk and bounced wide. Volk back on it. Centers it for Mihalis. Now Volk plays that back to Blacker. Jesse Blacker. Now Volk backs across to IIHF. Shoots and goes off the leg of Geiser. Mihalis. Rink wide pass picked off by Meyer.
He needs off. He's been out there for about 2 minutes. He's changing with his second line straight through.
That puck rather deflects into the Swiss bench.
Kazakhstan has had a couple near chances on Patrick Fisher's team, and the whole key for Patrick Fisher, as long as they don't get their defenseman caught off ice. The chances they've given up is when their defenseman is caught in deep, and things break down from there. And while we think as forwards we can play defense on the rush, we can't really.
You never thought that, did you?
Oh, I completely thought that, yes. I was adamant that I was a good defenseman.
In comes Eagley, shoots, pad save by Shutov. I never saw that, but then I only saw you play about 300 games, so.
Wow. I mean, Rick Bowness has coached more games than anyone ever, and he played me on defense once on a 5-on-3.
Really?
There was a fight, an injury, a couple penalties, and an equipment malfunction, so we were down to like 2 guys. So I was the next best option. Not a good option.
Marty works that back in. Now Metalnikov back with it for Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan will play Canada on Thursday. Darren Dietz would dearly love to play in that game. The Medicine Hat native.
Try to spot him around depending on how he's feeling situationally. Obviously, on the power play, you probably could squeeze out some minutes. He's not quite at 100% yet.
Kukan to Malgin. Dennis Malgin. Slides that across to Kukan, walks in and shoots, and Shutov makes the glove stop.
They're gonna get one.
I think they might take 2 here. Referee Peter Stano pointed right away.
Running out Sagadev. And him and Suter. So, well, they sorted out nicely between the two of them. Isn't that nice?
There you go. No penalties.
We're all good. Don't worry about it. We're just going to the bench. Switzerland keeps on pressing, keeps playing in the offensive zone. I do think it's important for them, for Switzerland, to get this line here going at 5-on-5. Kishier, Meyer, and whether it's Kurashev or somebody else, this is Kurashev's first game with the duo.
Meyer drops that back, and now Moser a shot. Shutov kicked that up.
The opponents get a little bit tougher. They're going to need goals out of this group.
Centered by Hischier. That's knocked down by Moser. Kurashev looking for that pass from Meyer. Now brought back the other way.
Hischier scamper back.
Yeah, Shevchenko went back, but Hischier stayed with him step for step. Meyer up for Kurashev. Now Kurashev. Crunch there by Blacker. IIHF picks it up. Shevchenko. Up for Shestakov. He got crunched by Glauser. The one thing we've seen from Switzerland in recent years, way more physical.
Especially on the defense.
Right.
They really get after it.
Corby throws that through the crease.
This Glauser-Geiser pair is rangy and physical, both of them.
Corby drops it up to Ambuel, walks right in. then gets taken down as Ambuel went barreling through the crease.
So I love the drive by Ambuel. Take it to the far post, attack the blue paint. He has the puck on his stick, and he's trying to wrap it to the far post. Shalapov's gonna meet him at the path. If you get your stick over top, like you're tying up the stick there. Like you just pinned his stick down. You don't hit his feet until after. So you put your stick over top of his. Like, that's not a trip on Shalapov. He just stick over top of his. He tips over because he's momentum. That's not on you, is it? Even though it looks like a trip. Skeptical eyes are coming back at me as we speak.
I think it's tripping. Here's Malkin with it.
How are you supposed to check him then?
He beat you. Meyer centers it.
But he hasn't really, though.
He did.
He's bringing the puck there. You meet it. You're there before he is. You pin his stick down, and his own momentum flips him over top of his own stick.
Then hit with your body. Here's Meyer. Drops
You're
it back.
allowed to stick check. Stick on stick. Stick on puck.
You can't trip people. Moser back across to Meyer. Here's Blacker back with it. With Patuhov shorthanded. Blacker in, fire, scores! And a second shorthanded goal in the tournament for the Kazakhs. And this one's got them back within one.
Jesse Blacker jumping all over a bad Timo Meyer turnover. He just mishandles the puck. Handles it right into Blacker. And good speed by Blacker from a standstill because they never could quite sort out. Moser doesn't get over there in time because Meyer doesn't quite have his forward drive in the net. Ooh. Heavy wrister under the arm. Jesse Blacker gets a piece of Moser's stick, gets it going end over end, but that's enough to fool Ashleman. And
so Kazakhstan has 3 goals in the World Championship. 2 of them scored shorthanded.
So the key for them is to take more penalties.
They're the only team in hockey that needs to take more penalties.
Fortunately, they've given up 5 while shorthanded as well. So
that's that whole other part of the equation. But the Blacker Memorial Cup winner with Windsor in 2009. And now Kurashev sends it across. That misses Hischier. So Kazakhstan back within a goal as Svedberg sends it down.
All of a sudden, it feels like we're going to be in for a bit of a more energetic finish.
Boy, that Mihalis miss.
Oh, boy. Yes, right. Empty netter could have been. Yes.
Kurashev works back in the corner. Orehov lost the puck to Kurashev, plays it back to Kukan. Kukan back across to Corby. Kurashev. Long shot by Kukan. Stopped almost completely by Shutov. Now a quick shot by Herzog deflects wide. 25 seconds to go in the Swiss power play. Orehov spins and fires it down.
You can feel the energy percolate through Kazakhstan after that goal. Like, they don't deserve to be in this game, but they are now, so might as well make the most of it.
Outshot 33-9. Down 2-0 to start the period. Pass on the reach of Malkin. And Metalnikov back to pick it up. The teams are back to even strength. Metalnikov snaps that pass ahead for Panyakov. Moser goes back. Starchenko steps into him. And now Starchenko plays that to an open corner. And Fora's got it back for Switzerland. Lead pass to Malgin. Crisscrossing with Suter. The drop pass to Suter. Tried to return it. That was blocked by Bekateyev. Starchenko tries it, walks in, and dribbles that down. A penalty coming to Switzerland. So moments after Kazakhstan gets a shorthanded goal to draw within a goal, they're going to the power play.
Team Switzerland play number 24, high penalty, 30.
So 12:19 to go here in the third period. Kazakhstan is drawn with a goal and will now go on the power play as Tobias Geiser goes off for the slash. Kazakhstan 0 for the power play so far in the tournament. One chance so far in the game. Actually a trip of Geiser. Starchenko works that back to Orehov. This is where they missed Darren Dietz, that point shot. Orehov feeds it down towards the goal. Volk couldn't reach it. Jumping up is Mihalis to keep it alive. And now Siegenthaler gets to it and wrists it down the ice. Whoa, Shutov was kind of moving the other way there. I had to reach back for that.
He's had enough of these bouncers in front of him. He's going to go meet them at the top of the circle.
Starchenko looking for Volk. It was knocked down by Ambul and fit down the ice by Michael Fora. Orehov drops it back to Starchenko. He bobbled the puck for Herzog. Here comes Herzog, shorthanded with Ambul. Herzog shoots out the save, and another with the glove to stop two shorthanded tries for Fabrice Herzog.
On a 2-on-0, no less. Bad drop pass kind of tangles up Starchenko, and Herzog's got a decision to make right here. He knows he has Ambul to the inside. Does he shoot, or does he look to pass it? And he gets 1-2 cracks at it. Probably a good decision as Ambul was about to be tied up on the far side, but that's nice from Shutov, keeping his team in it even while they're on the power play.
Minute to go in this Kazakh power play, but Malgin's got it. He looks out for Suter. In comes Pia. Suter shorthanded. Suter in, and Shutov turns that away.
What is going on the power play right now?
And now Malgin back. Throws it back to Siegenthaler. Feeds across to Suter. They really are more dangerous shorthanded, Kazakhstan.
Apparently, this is true. Look out.
Long skipper on Shutov again.
Oh my goodness. Take a breath, reset here. Last 20 seconds of the power play.
All right, Blacker brings it out. He has the goal for Kazakhstan. Blacker plays it across to Svedberg, but it's offside at the Swiss line.
Well, that's a minute 45 without anything getting done for Kazakhstan, except for kind of the save percentage of Shutov. Here's the second breakaway. It's impressive how he stayed upright with the blocker out there instead of tipping over. Suter's trying to drag him across, and Shutov turns him aside again. He's got a lot of Swiss players shaking their head on the bench.
Bakateev plays it back in. Final seconds of this Kazakh power play.
Oh,
look out.
How is that not a penalty on Berchi?
Came flying in there.
Hit him right from behind.
And now Hischier works in. Nico Hischier walks in. That was knocked away by Asetov.
Wow.
Midway point of the third period. 2-1 Switzerland leads. Earlier today, Denmark, a 2-1 win over Italy. And Austria, a 2-1 win over the Czech Republic, over Czechia. That lead pass missed by Mihalis.
That's the one play they're never calling icing in this tournament.
No.
Where the long stretch and the player gets a stick lifted or checked at all.
If it's in the area?
Yeah. If it goes by anybody, they just wave it off.
Good.
That was not me complaining.
The puck bounces into the Kazakh bench. 2-1 the score with 9:26 to go in the third.
Me too. What an exciting game we are having. But anyhow, don't forget to check out the they are being chased, and of course, mascots. And of course, you can also check out all the games from the big screen with other ice hockey fans. So, Garzone Arena at the Mall of Tripod. And now, Blacker has made some noise because it's going to be an interesting game.
The cowbell clanging, standing, chanting, and singing Swiss fans are in attendance. Their team in a nail-biter, 2-1 against Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan won the last meeting in 2016 in a shootout.
And they'd love to try to get there again.
Now a centering pass by Meyer, just missed by Kurashev. In comes Hischer, a shot, he whistled that wide. Lauser plays it back ahead. Hischer works it across to Meyer with a shot that deflected wide. And Volk works that free to Oreja in his pocket, picked over by Kurashev. Meyer looks down to Hischer, taps it back across for Kurashev, and maybe a goal saved there by Valery Oreja, who got a stick on that pass across. Now Volk drops it back off, and wheeling back is Savitsky. Savitsky shoots, that was blocked in front by Hischer. Rink wide pass to Kurashev, too far for him. Svedberg up for Starchenko. Back goes Moser. Got to spin that away from Sagadeyev. Now Sagadeyev centers it loose, puck in front. They battle away for it. And Panyukov couldn't reach it. Now that shot taken by Shalapov was blocked by Suter. Pia Suter. Up with Malgin, takes that lead pass, but it skipped away from him. And now Malgin taps it back for Simeon, who was one of the Swiss goals. Dario Simeon. Keeps it for Kukan. Kukan drops it back for Malgin. He misfired on that. And away they come against Starchenko. 2-on-2 with Panyukov. And Starchenko gets around Siegenthaler, but then Pia Suter knocks him down. Suter looks ahead for Corby, who was in behind the Kazakh defense, but needs a change now and sends it off. That pass by Metalnikov was knocked down by Ambul. And now Asetov works in. Asetov shoots, and the stop is made by Eshelman.
And at this point, if it opens up a little bit, that's probably something Kazakhstan is just going to have to deal with, because they need those breaks to create chances. And the backdoor effort, you mentioned Oreja, just getting enough of that piece so that, yes, Kurashev gets a second swipe at it, but it's not nearly as dangerous as the first one, just getting a piece of it. Shutov has had some highlight reel material in this game.
39-10, the shots on goal. 9-3 here in the third. Ambul works in. Andres Ambul spins it back down to Herzog. And Oreja stripped him of the puck. Inside 7 to go here in the third. Volk picks it up. Top line out there for Kazakhstan. Volk up ahead for Mihalis. Metalnikov steps up. Swung at that puck, and Herzog plays it back to center. Swiss are changing as Volk winds in. Volk walks in, tries the toe drag on Glauser, shoots. Eshelman makes the stop on that. Now he's lost his goal stick. Then behind the net, Mihalis has got the puck. Back around for Volk into the goal stick. Metalnikov steps up. And now Glauser plays it back out to center ice as Eshelman retrieves his goal stick. Blacker. Up for Bekateev. That pass misfired, icing called against Kazakhstan.
Nice chances, Curtis Volk. Haven't seen too much of him, but crafty little toe drag all the way down and through Glauser, and then you gotta get your stick loose as well. Try Eshelman on a tight angle.
Blacker fed that ahead. Here's Jesse Blacker with it. Second round pick of the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2009 is Jesse Blackard. Playing in his second World Championship for Kazakhstan. Michael Dawes had a long career in Kazakhstan, qualified to play for them internationally. Asetov was knocked down. And Kurashev banks it for Malgin. Malgin rink wide for Meyer. Here they come. Meyer walks in, holds, and shoots, and fired that wide. Simeon moves up. Malgin picks up the rolling puck with that deep toe curve, shoots, and it goes off a stick and wide.
It is a strong toe action. Hard to handle a puck with that big.
Now Cook got a shot that was blocked in front.
It doesn't seem any problem for him.
Asetov. And it's taken away by Simeon. Inside 5 to go in the third period. Corvi drops it back to Ambul. Now loose in the corner is Herzog. Taken away by Starchenko. Metalnikov. A bump there by Ambul. Ambul works it free. Walks it back across. They score. Ambul wins the battle for the puck. It's a tap in for Fabrice Herzog. And a 3-1 lead for Switzerland.
Finally able to break down the defensive zone coverage of Kazakhstan and get a seam pass to a back door, and it's Ambul who makes it happen. Herzog, the recipient. You see as Ambul jumps on this puck, it turns over. Multiple guys jump out towards Corvi. Sagadev and the defensemen are drawn to 71 Corvi, and that opens up the seam pass to Herzog, and he's able to slip this one home easily in the empty net. Just a little bit of miscommunication, a good pass, and a 2-goal lead.
Andres Ambul, who will break the or tie the record rather for most games played at the World Championship against the Slovaks tomorrow. With a big play there for Switzerland.
He's strong in this game. He skated really well, which he usually does. But
and Patrick Fisher made the point. He's not here on sentiment. He's here because he's a contributing player for their team. Here's Blacker back with it. Up for Volk. That's banked out and down the ice by Moser. Svedberg slaps it back down. And it's an icing call against Kazakhstan with 3:33 to go in the third.
Well, it's been tight. It's taken a long time and a lot of good chances, but Sagadev's down low, Kateyev as well, and everybody is drawn Enzo Corvi, and Kateyev just loses track of Herzog's coming up from behind the net.
Now from the point, that shot by Kukan is stopped by Shutov. 3:29 to go here in the third period. Switzerland a 3-1 lead. Switzerland looking to run its record of 3-0 at this World Championship. Kazakhstan in danger of falling to 0-3, and there is relegation at this year's World Championship. Kazakhstan was comfortably in 5th place last year. In fact, probably could have made the quarterfinals. But this year, off to a difficult start. Despite being pretty tough in this one, they lost a 2-1 game to France. Shestakov works in, shoots, that's knocked away by Eichelman. Malgin has that knocked down by Shalapov. Here's Malgin with it. Dennis Malgin winds his way in, having another strong night for Switzerland. Shestakov picks it back up. When you think about what could have been for Kazakhstan, had a wide open net for Nikita Mihalis.
Yep.
Early in the period, they got a shorthanded goal. They got a power play. Corby across to Abdul, back for Corby, and that pass handcuffed him. But the reality of the situation staring them in the face. Mihalis.
With Canada up next, then Slovakia.
Now that shot, score! Oreha! And hold all tickets, 2:08 to go. It's back to a 1-goal game.
Innocent looking wrister from Oreha. Gets him his 2nd of the tournament. Mihalis able to get the center of the ice on a rush. And Eichelman's just got to squeeze that tighter. He's moving laterally on an angled shot, sliding below the goal line. Doesn't look like it hits any defender's sticks. Just a bad goal.
And a big goal for Kazakhstan.
Gets off the inside of his right knee and through. He won't like that one. Neither will Switzerland. Kazakhstan will love it. Final trying to push. Last 2:08 here now.
Final score from Tampere. Sweden beats Great Britain 6-0. Bora swings back. We'll keep an eye on Shutov in the Kazakhstan crease. Blacker plays it down. No indication he's coming. Herzog picks up a loose puck. Swings a rink wide to Ambul. Anders Ambul busting in on fall. Ambul shoots. Shutov the save. Ambul back with it. Swings it across to Moser. He fan of the shot. The second one went high. And now Hischier back with it. Savitsky digs that free for Kazakhstan. Up ahead for Mihalis. Mihalis working up. Still no possession, so the head coach, Yuri Mihalis, keeps the goaltender in. Now a chance for Simeone, and he backhanded that wide.
Shoot in the open side. I think he had to go across the net with it.
Siegenthaler to Kukan. Back down to Suter. Kazakhstan can't get possession here. Suter. And Suter shoots. He was not way wide.
Gotta get a piece of that one, Siegenthaler.
Now Kukan puts it off the glass, and now the faceoff will stay in the Kazakh zone.
Suter apologized to Siegenthaler for that waist-high drifter he almost got caught with. Here's a little give and go. Simeone could have just shot this one right here. They just released it quickly. It looked like Shutov was not there and almost playing for him to go back against the grain.
Kazakhstan calls timeout here.
Not ideal. Don't want to use it for a defensive zone faceoff, but rest his top line. That's what Yuri Mihalis is thinking about.
Tommy Albaline, longtime New Jersey Devil, is diagramming the play. He's a Swede who lives in New Jersey. He's in a contract with the Swiss Federation that basically works for them in tournaments and a few of the camps they have, but the Swiss really like the way he works with their defense. Tommy was a very stable defenseman in his time.
He wasn't a lot of fun to play against. Skated really well. Tight gaps. Wasn't overly physical, but just made your life
smart.
Miserable. Defenseman. Needs him.
Every good team. Sorry.
Good point.
Off the face-off, Svedberg picks it up. Inside a minute to go now, Svedberg. That long pass knocked down by Siegenthaler. He'll fire right ahead to Meyer. And And is that icing?
A tough one.
That's icing on Meyer. Now the face-off back down to the Swiss end. That's an unforced error.
You gotta get Shutov out now. 48 seconds. All the players are looking. They're yelling at the coach to pull the goalie.
Yeah.
And he's going to listen.
I wonder if his own son was one of the ones yelling at him.
It was. Michaelis and Jesse Blacker were waving Shutov out of the net before this face-off.
All right, so 6 on 5 here, 48 seconds to go. Volk to take the face-off against Hischier. Volk wins the face-off back. Blacker battling for it. Savitsky tied up by Hischier. And now Kukat plays it around. Blacker steps up and kicks that ahead. Picked up by Meyer. Has some time for the empty net. Plays it back to center. Svedberg sends it down. We watch those of you who are watching the Sweden-Great Britain game here. Switzerland at a 2-0 and 3-1 lead on Kazakhstan. With time winding down here, that puck goes off. Herzog sticking out. And Kazakhstan with the empty net pressing for the equalizer here in the third.
It's been a game dominated by Switzerland throughout. Shots are 43-14, but some timely third period goals by Kazakhstan has made it interesting the last couple of minutes. And he's gonna Shutov going back into the net with 16 seconds left on a center ice faceoff. Unless you're worried about goal differential, what are we doing?
Got no answers for you.
Because he's not going to be able to get to the bench.
Right.
And then have the attacker get involved in the rush.
Volk wins it back. Here comes Shutov. Long shooting. Siegenthaler on it. Off the glass and back down and just misses. And now
that's not icing. That hit the Kazakhstan forward coming off the bench.
Right, and the linesmen are talking about it. This could be a center ice face-off, I believe.
That's first. The game should be over. It should be behind Kazakhstan's net with 6 seconds left. Game's done. It won't really matter, but here it is, clear as day.
Right.
And catches Tuhov coming off the bench. Don't want to make those kind of mistakes at that time of the game. Patrick Fisher right on it, as we were as well. They're still deciding about what to do with Shutov. Jesse Blacker is screaming at the bench. What are we doing here?
I've never seen a team more confused about the goalie out than this one. And now he leaves the bench, and the horn sounds before the puck goes in the empty net. Switzerland goes to 3-0. Kazakhstan drops to 0-3 after the Swiss white knuckle a 3-2 win home.
Probably wasn't exactly the way Switzerland envisioned this game going, but survive, 3 points, advance, head towards that Canada game for first in the group.
Final shots 43-14 in favor of Switzerland.
Shutov was spectacular in net.
Was he ever?
For Kazakhstan.
So next up for Kazakhstan will be Canada. The Swiss have the Slovaks tomorrow, which should be an interesting game.
Right back around and
Slovaks getting an NHL defenseman. Martin Ferravari has joined them from Washington.
Will help.
But a very different story this year for Kazakhstan than last. They are one of the surprise teams of the World Championship.
Sweden against Great Britain is in third period 6-0.
Battled hard the last couple games. We did 1-goal efforts. Goaltending was much tighter. Switzerland still looking to find their offensive game.
And time now for the player of the game presentations and then the Swiss national anthem.
The best players of each team will be awarded with the official watch by Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. The prizes will be presented by, for Kazakhstan, Minister of Culture and Sports of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Dauren Abayev. For Switzerland, 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship game operator Kari Shemeika. Best player of Team Kazakhstan, number 28, Valery Orekhov.
Orekhov scored the second goal.
Right.
Coming back at one. Just can't get to shoot off every game.
Open a watch store if
Best
he did.
player of Team Switzerland, number 44, Pius Suter.
And Pius Suter is the player of the game for the Swiss. He and Dennis Malgin have had something good going here.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise for the national anthem of the winning team, Switzerland. Arvoisa yleisö, jos pystyt nousemaan ylös kuulemaan voittajajoukkue Sveitsin kansallishymnin. The 2022 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament will continue tomorrow here in Helsinki Arena at 4:20 p.m. with the game Team France against Team Italy. Welcome! Vuoden 2022 IIHF-jääkiekon MM-kisat jatkuvat huomenna täällä Helsinki Areenalla ottelulla Ranska-Italia kello 16:20. Tervetuloa!
You received the assist from Andres Ambul, who will soon break the record for most games played at the Worlds. What stands out the most to you about the way he plays the game?
Yeah, he's all the time really working hard, a speedy guy, and he's like leading by example. And yeah, he's a great guy.
Dennis Malgin, with the opening goal tonight, he now has 6 points in 3 games. How much of an asset is he to your team's success?
He's really big. Like he contributes in any way in the game. Like he's back and forth, and yeah, all-around guy.
Switzerland is now off to a perfect 3-0 start. What's the confidence level amongst your team right now?
Yeah, it's pretty high, but I think we have some stuff we have to do better. Yeah, but confidence is pretty high.
And if you could also answer in German.
Ja, Selbstvertrauen ist sehr groß. Wir spielen recht gut. Wir haben noch ein paar Sachen, die wir besser machen wollen, aber im Moment ist gut.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Victor, Andrei Shutov made 42 saves tonight. How important was he in making sure this was a 1-goal game?
I mean, he really kept us in the game. He played really well, and we gave up a little bit too much of the grade A scoring chances, but he really kept us in the game and made the game more interesting. So unfortunately, we couldn't get the last goal there, but I think we played a pretty all right game for our capacity here, and hopefully we can take this with us and move forward.
A 1-goal game against a strong Swiss team. Kazakhstan appears to be improving as the tournament progresses. How do you think your team's defensive structure has improved?
I mean, we work on it. We watch video every day, obviously. We didn't have the start we wanted with the first game, and obviously we took a couple of steps from that, and we showed today that we can compete with a good team. So hopefully we can keep working on that.
An 0-3 start to the tournament for Kazakhstan. What's been the biggest challenge so far this year?
I mean, obviously, everybody coming together and playing the way we should play. And like I said, I think we showed today that we can play the system we play, and it works when everybody, especially the goalies, play well. So hopefully we can move on here and grab a couple points in the next game.
Victor, thank you.
Thank you.
Ja, ich weiss, aber ich habe mich eigentlich noch easy gefühlt mit denen und dachte, komm, Silo, Scheissdreck. Really gut, really gut. Jetzt sind die, du siehst, bist gut. Hey, ich bin früher in der Mini hängen. Jetzt Zürich hast du das auch. Du, wieder so, das Kind hat keine Betonung verloren.